Getting as close as possible to a lava lake is a unique experience. This is something that a French volcanologist, Guy de Saint-Cyr, is about to do with a group of tourists. This lake, located on the island of Hawaii, is called Pu'u, meaning the hill of the O-bird. Hawaii is the most isolated chain of islands located in the heart of the Pacific Ocean, 2,500 miles from the nearest landmass. It's simply the southern extremity of a series of volcanoes more than 3,700 miles long. Big Island, the most recent island in the group, lies under a layer of lava almost 20,000 feet thick, and it shelters 5 of the Earth's most active volcanoes. Guy de Saint-Cyr has been studying the world's volcanoes for more than 40 years now. He takes amateurs as close as possible to volcanic activity. Kilauea is the youngest volcano on the island of Hawaii, but also one of the world's most active. Guy de Saint-Cyr is preparing for the next day's climb and scouts the highly dangerous and unstable terrain around Pu'u, the lava lake of the Kilauea volcano, one of the 6 lava lakes on the surface of our planet. For 24 years now, lava has been flowing here at a rate of 17 million cubic feet a day. These vast expanses of superimposed lava flows come from the Hawaii hotspot that has built up Big Island over the last 700,000 years. A hotspot is a permanent column of magma that travels 1,800 miles from the center of the Earth, comes up against the Pacific crust, heats it, and fractures it. The magma infiltrates the crust and forms huge volcanoes. The Pacific plate advances by just over 3 inches a year. Therefore, the volcano will gradually move away from the hotspot and end up going out. A new volcano will then appear where the old one used to stand, creating this vast volcanic chain some 3,700 miles long. Each time he arrives here, Guy updates his data. The terrain of an active volcano changes all the time. 25 miles from the city, we enter a totally different world, a much more hostile and wild one. This is the realm of the Kilauea volcano. A 4-hour trek is required to reach the current edge of the lava lake at the foot of Pu'u.
Be careful here. There's a deep fall. Put your foot on the rock and jump, okay? Thank you.
Isabelle,
Thanks.
c'est tout bon.
Good. That's the limit. I think it's going to be dream weather tonight. I come here 5 or 6 times a year. The weather's like this once a year. It's exceptional, believe me. Tonight you're going to see those clouds over there, smoke and red clouds. As soon as night falls, you'll see a glow.
A few hundred yards away as the crow flies, lies the incredible lava lake of Puo. Its deafening din can't be heard yet, but each inch of the lava beneath their feet reminds them where they are. There's a labyrinth of underground faults. Vast amounts of lava can be ejected anywhere at any time. This is a major permanent risk in this area that's strictly off limits to visitors and watched over during the day by airborne park rangers.
That's my tent and my mattress. It's like my home here. Since I feel less and less like carrying heavy bags, I leave my equipment all around here. I have some next to the lava flows. I have some here. Sometimes I lose a tent. I lost a tent, a mattress, and some bottles, including a bottle of whiskey. Lava flowed over it. It happens from time to time. Those are gifts from Pele.
The goddess Pele is closely linked to the history of volcanoes and to the Hawaiian mythology of sacred lands. She personifies the cosmic fire of creation.
Is that everybody? I'll go ahead and you follow. Don't wander off to the left or to the right, because I walk where the ground is stable. If you don't see me disappear, it's because the ground is stable. There are places where it's pretty fragile. Okay? Let's go.
In less than 3 hours, they should be on the ridge above the lava lake. The terrain is extremely uneven, while the silence and darkness of the night help to prepare them for what they've been waiting for with impatience and apprehension. For most of them, this is a first. The terrain is strewn with huge blocks of lava.
There are lava flows that solidified on the surface and were shifted by other flows that came later, lifting up the surface crust, rolling it over, and breaking it up into blocks like that all over the place.
Guy makes a detour to get closer to a hornito, an incandescent vent that gives off extremely hot and dangerous gases.
Keep the gas mask ready.
The area around a hornito can collapse at any minute. The crust thickness and stability varies, but Guy's experience allows him to limit the risks.
Okay, walk slowly. You hear that snoring? Look, the pipe is glowing. You can't see the lava. It's probably deep down. But be careful, it's really hot. The gases are maybe 200, 600, 800 degrees Celsius. That's a hornito. A hornito is a little structure that grows outside an event. An event is a hole. It's a fracture that spews gas and lava. Lava lamina accumulated around the event and formed this little cone. These cones can grow to 10, 15, or 20 meters, and the pipe inside is always glowing. The ground we're walking on is pretty crumbly. Don't go too close. Here, the air pipe is fairly solid. Apparently there's no overhang, so we can stay here, no problem. Come see one at a time. Some of you haven't seen it. Come here, come here, come here.
This hornito had existed for about a year and had collapsed 2 weeks after their visit.
You can see the smoke from the lava lake very clearly, can't you? We're about, let's say, 40 minutes away. In 40 minutes, we reach that lake.
A rift 43 miles long stretches from the summit of the volcano with lava infiltrations here and there. They're now very close to the lake and the terrain is more and more dangerous.
Listen.
Yes?
Can you hear? Ah, that's good. Can you hear that? It's brazing nicely. Take out the gas masks and the helmets. Things are about to get serious. See, we're on the edge of Puo Crater. There's an 80-meter drop at your feet. There's a cliff between 60 and 80 meters, so of course we're not going down there. We'll go around the crater and try to get to the lava lake by the left side.
Puo is there, just 218 yards away.
There's a difficult drop of about 2 to 3 meters. Then we'll cross a crumbly crust. Gotta go carefully. Walk exactly where I walked. We'll go over the ridge. Here, there may be a lot of smoke at times. There may be gas. If there is, put your gas masks on immediately. Don't run. Make sure you don't panic, and don't run. I think the level varies. Sometimes it goes up a little. There's a vast glowing area. It's much bigger than it was earlier. So I think it's giving off a lot of heat. Look at everyone. Look, no one's talking. They're all riveted. Everyone's eyes are riveted on the lava lake. It's so beautiful, you can't say a word. I love seeing changes. Since 1991, I've seen this lake change. A volcano never stays the same. A month and a half ago, the level was much lower. It was less active, there was less degassing. When we went over yesterday in a helicopter, the surface was much calmer. It was only degassing in a corner, and now it's bubbling everywhere. It's really not hard to imagine we're on another planet here. This is the first time I've seen it so active, truly. The lava temperature is at 1250 degrees centigrade, I'd say, given the color. And the level of the lake, just by looking at it, I think it's come up again. I think it's come up another few meters. The height there, in my opinion, is about 12 or 15 meters. Yeah, 10 or 12 there. It's not that high, around 12 meters. Under our feet, that's what makes the heat so crazy. It's hard if you don't put your hand in front of you. It's really hard to stay here.
A lake like this one requires huge quantities of very fluid lava, poor in silica and at very high temperatures. These conditions are typical of Hawaiian lava.
A lava lake is in delicate balance. It can last several years, several days, or several months. I think this one's going to last a long time. In Hawaii, there are nearly always lava lakes. I think it will last another year or two. It may collapse and form again somewhere else. The surface of the lava cools by conduction. It cools, so a crust tends to form. But to make a lava lake, there has to be hot magma pushed by gases that replaces this cooling. There's a sort of convection on the lake's surface, inside the lava lake. As long as there's convection, the lake exists. But as soon as it stops, it's over. It cools down. That's what happened at Urtaule over a year ago. The lake stopped. It cooled down. It stayed congealed like that for just over a year, and then it started moving again.
These strands of volcanic glass are droplets of lava drawn out by the wind. This is the hair of Pele, the famous goddess of chaos who reigns over this place. The group is now walking across a former lava lake. It can take the lava up to 25 years to solidify completely.
What is it?
There are layers from the lava lake that solidified. Afterward, it collapsed a little on the side. When we walked along the crater, there was a fractured area. There are parts that are going to fall off, so you have to avoid being inside the fractured areas. You always have to be outside. That's going to drop off too.
Early in the morning, they cross the vast lava field that surrounds Pu'o and that continues to spread. It'll take them just over 2 hours to return to their base camp at the edge of the forest.
A few years ago, we put the tents here. We were at the edge of the forest. We put the tents there at the edge of the forest, but there was a lava flow. I can't remember exactly what year it was. A few years ago, the lava flowed right to here. It came out of Pu'u crater, next to the two hornitos we saw earlier. It took 2 days to get down here. 2 days.
The group continues its exploration of the Kilauea volcano by following the path of lava to the sea. To reach the coast, the lava flows dozens of miles in tunnels and ends up reaching the sea, where it continually creates new land.
We're starting to see all the parallel lava tubes that come down Kilauea. Each hogback is the peak of a tube. There are miles and miles of them.
Guy has found the entrance to one of these lava tunnels, the Casamora Cave, the longest known lava tube tunnel in the world. It's 38 miles long with a height difference over 3,600 feet.
Careful, up ahead there's a hole. Stay back. You're starting to see some stalactites overhead. The arch is not thick. It's between 1.20 meters and 1.50 meters.
The lava tube caves were formerly used by the Hawaiians as burial sites. The 1970s saw renewed interest in research in these tunnels because their structure resembles that of the canals observed on the Moon and on Mars.
Look. That's basalt. It's just a tube that melted again. The tube formed, and the excessively high temperatures made the roof creep. The roof flowed, and each of these little stalactites is a runoff from the roof. That's how these stalactites formed.
A tunnel like this can form in just a few months. There are hundreds like it in Hawaii. Volcanoes with lava tunnels on their sides are rare. Only a dozen or so of the world's 600 active volcanoes have them.
For the formation of a lava tube, at first there's the separation between the core and the flow, which is still glowing and still very hot, and the outside of the flow, which starts cooling. The gradual cooling starts building up a wall on either side. And this wall gradually closes over into a tube. The lava continues flowing inside. I'd like to show you a skylight. It's when you reach the top of a collapsed tube and you see lava flowing at your feet. Oh, it's fantastic. You'll see, you hardly notice anything. It's just psst, a gentle hiss, that's all. And you see the lava flow. It's fantastic.
Ouais, yoo-hoo! Ouais!
Come see. Come on, look at the lava flowing. Look. It's 20, 30 centimeters away from us. Oh, look at that. Can you see it flow down there? You can feel the heat. You can really see the earth being born. There's no better way of saying it. You see the earth being born. You don't often see skylights in Hawaii. I haven't seen any for a long time. And see, the lava's really close. The gallery's nearly full. Given what I see on the surface, the tube must be 6 or 7 meters wide. We see the spill that goes all the way over there. 6 or 7 meters at least. From here on, be careful, very careful, because the ground is hot. We'll lean on the cane and try not to slip. We'll try. You hear that? Sounds like running water. Listen. Climb up here. We're on top, but it's thick enough so it's not really a problem. See how fast that stick disappeared? That's what I call a current.
It's really moving.
Oh, it's moving.
They're going to follow this tunnel and try to find its outlet in the sea.
We're getting to the flow, but I get the feeling the lava is coming up under the sea. That's why you have these explosions. Don't get too close. There's still a platform. It's a platform that was built in the sea, and of course, it's very vulnerable. Oh my. The lava comes out under the sea. The gases occluded in the lava come out under the sea and carry along the lava lamina, spurting up to the surface. It spurts up 10 meters high. It's not very violent. It's just degassing under the sea.
Being here is a risky undertaking. The whole terrain is particularly unstable.
I have to set limits. They trust me, and I can't let them down. I have to take them close enough so they get a thrill, the emotion, and then bring them all back, if possible, in one piece.
Guy ventures alone onto the platform recently constructed by the lava. This is a dangerous undertaking because it could collapse into the boiling sea at any moment. The gases in this spot and in the whole area are extremely noxious. Guy's experience is vital in avoiding the traps.
There are volcanoes I've known for 15 years and volcanoes I've known for 20 years, so I go see them regularly. Some have rages that completely change their shape, so I have to find new access routes for the next groups I take there. Each time it's a game. You have to get close to the volcano, the lava, and the explosions, while respecting all the reasonable safety precautions. Okay, from now on, pay attention. We're going to walk on lava. I want you to be very careful. Walk gently. Lean on your stick. If you want to stop, walk in place. You don't want to stand on ground that can be 250 to 300 degrees Celsius. Act like you're walking normally so you don't burn your shoes. That's all.
Man vs. Wild, Friday, only on Discovery. It's getting hot.
It's heating up. It's normal. Yes, it's normal. It's normal.
Guy, I'm scared.
Don't worry, it's normal. It's heating up. Don't forget to lift up your feet, or else you'll burn your shoes. Look, I was telling you about ropey lava. You see ropey lava forming there? Look.
Yes, I see.
See there? See, there's a little buildup on the side? It's being pushed from behind, and it folds. It's folding at the turn. These flows don't move fast, but they're always on the move. The lava's under pressure. The slightest chink, the slightest fault, the slightest crack, and it comes out. It's slow, but it oozes out everywhere. If you take off the 30-centimeter thick crust, and in places it's thinner, it's all glowing. The lava flows down below. What you see here is the overflow. Ah, that's steak on a wire. It's my specialty. Steak on a wire. There you are. We'll put the small one on there. Here's one. How do you want it? Who wants it? I bet it's pretty good. Who wants this one? Here, you take it.
Par sécurité, quand même, on va faire.
To be safe, we'll keep watch. We'll take it in turns. We'll keep watch for an hour. Okay. How many of us are there? 5? 5? That makes 5 hours. It's workable. We're safe because we're up high.
Exhausted, they're going to try to sleep between two flows with an incredible natural heating system.
It's all right, let's go.
Beneath their feet, they're just a quarter of an inch away from lava at between 900 and 1200 degrees Celsius, protected by a cooled crust that's almost a perfect insulator.
It's hot, huh?
Burning. It's burning. Hurry up.
The flow keeps moving. Look, it's still flowing here.
Two types of lava are found here. The smooth pa-oi-oi lava and the ah-ah lava in the shape of lumps. This ah-ah lava often forms on terrain with a gentle slope. The flow slows down and chills on the surface while the lava continues to push from behind. The flow fractures, advances, and fractures again until it forms this lava with its scoriaceous aspect. They have to sail an hour and a half to reach the spot where the lava flows into the sea, an area that, in theory, is off limits to the general public.
I get the feeling there's a lot of activity here. You can see two big flows. That first one in front of us is the one we were on. Be careful, the sea's hot. I saw this terrace forming 2 years ago. I saw it advance into the sea. I think it's probably going to slide in. The terrace rests on the bottom, but lava gets underneath it, like a sort of conveyor belt. There can be a fracture behind, and then the whole new terrace falls into the sea. And it happens fast. It breaks, and in a fraction of a second, boom, it's gone. Look, we're starting to see glowing blocks floating. Can you see them? What a great atmosphere. Great atmosphere. It's fantastic. I can't stop photographing these lava flows. I have thousands of photos of them, but I can't help myself.
Their journey ends in the realm of the goddess Pele, in the heart of this infernal dance between fire and water, where the earth incessantly renews itself.